I'm headed to help Joe and Christian. And look at this kid. He went, got the things that they need, pulled the truck up for me. Whose kid is this? Who raised this handsome young man? Joe, I can't even hear you working.
Hey.
Do you like that thing?
Yeah, I like the electric one.
Have you been using the electric stuff for the trimming?
With that handle on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the only thing I've used gas is just the edge bed definer.
Oh, yeah.
Or bed edge definer. I don't know which way I just said that. But yeah, and the only thing that's like still bulky and heavy is the extended one.
Yeah.
The extended hedge trimmer. But I really don't have to use that for much of anything but the top. So
right.
I really like the handheld one.
Yeah.
This handle pivots.
Okay.
So like if you're doing something sideways, you can grab the side of the handle and you're still running the trigger like this. You're not like trying to.
I'm gonna shut the pump off real quick. I can do that, Joe. I know, but you and Christian are busy.
Want me to put the truck on the other side?
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Thank you. Christian, you guys are making such good progress. I don't even think you need me ever again. I think I'm just gonna go home and lay next to the pool.
You good? You can retire if you want.
So you're wait, is that like signing on? Do you need a sign-on bonus? Did you decide yes?
For life?
For life.
50-year contract.
I mean, we can put like a retirement in there for you. Lifelong family business. How's it going there, Joe?
It's going pretty good.
I gotta get a little bit of footage of you playing with the new equipment.
Yeah, you're probably going to catch that on the next section.
Yeah, that's all right. Do you think it'd be best if I went and finished watering and then caught up with you?
Yeah, if you finish watering, because on that side, I think all I have to do is I'm going to blow all that edge back.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to weed whack down. Like, it's basically right there, the rest of that.
Yeah, and then all those pine needles really got to get raked out of there. The pine needles fall like crazy. I don't understand it.
Bad. That's what I was just talking about.
It's not as bad this year, I don't think. She's got
one or two more pine trees left and she's having them taken down.
Oh, really?
Because it's just last year and then about a week ago it did it. It dropped a bunch and I was like, this is just strange.
I literally...
They explained it last year, like the weather pattern.
Last year was, yeah, the weather pattern. I don't know if it's like effects from last year or
as I say, I
think
it is. I think they said it would be like a 3-year thing now for them to come back.
But it literally, we're redoing the contract to try to keep this place for another few years. And I was like, we literally need like a mid-season cleanup put in there as like a line item.
Because it's the pine trees, and then I don't remember, and there's none around here, so I can't point or even try to remember, but there's another tree or shrub that that dropped a bunch of deadly, like dry brown leaves. Same time, like a week or two ago.
Oh, hey, do you mind holding this for a second?
Yeah.
Why do I need you to hold it? So that I can adjust everything.
What, do they not know?
No.
Oh, what is going on here?
On top of everything.
So Harvey broke himself, and then Samantha broke herself.
The very next night after dealing with Harvey, trying to figure out work and making it all work.
So we were a 3.5 person crew,
I was
and now we're a
exhausted.
2.5.
Took the dogs out before bed and fell out of the house and fractured my elbow.
I'm hard with taking on extra help. I'd like to hire someone, but people that just want to come help, I'm hard to do that because I A, don't like asking for help. B, I don't want to like try to show somebody how we want to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's hard, but we do have some great friends and some other businesses. Say,
a name that you probably see on YouTube and Instagram a lot is Peter Freeman. Him, Jonathan Bedard with Bedard and Son, and Devonna Holmes, like immediately
jumped out and said,
you know, on weekends, let's hook up. We'll make sure you guys aren't behind, or at night. Joe's more concerned about the nice old truck. But I'm still,
there's a guy running, so I felt like
I'm still working with a little bit of Tylenol extra strength and one hand.
One hitch. She is the one-armed bandit. Nick, years ago, I was the burnout bandit. Yeah. So I said, now Samantha is the one-armed bandit, and Bentley will just have to be like the ball.
And I try to bring Christian and Joe as much food and drinks and whatever they want.
And Christian is just the non-stop bandit.
But with all of this going on, no time. I have it on the head mount, so I can just stick it on my head, do what I'm doing, get some footage of the electric tools that Turf Depot gave us for a week to demo. We'll get you some of that content still, but for now, we gotta go. We're way too busy and way too short-handed. Okay, and to give you an example of how many pine needles there are, like look at the difference. And this has already had a spring cleanup and great clean. It's crazy. Let's see if before I go and keep watering, if I can get some of these tools for you guys. I'm gonna try to do like this fantastic editing job. Good luck. I'm not gonna promise anything for some of these pieces, the names and prices for you. But I can't move anything because I am a one-handed bandit. But we have the handheld trimmer. Actually, I guess there's a couple of them. A short one and a longer one. And then we have two of the extended. There might actually be three, but this one is the chainsaw. If you can see that, I'm sorry that this is so not well done. But like I said, I'm so limited. Okay, and this is... Oh, this is extended pruner that Joe said he was most excited, or one of the things he was really excited about. So it extends, I gotta look for exactly how long. I think total it was like 8 feet or something. But you just press a button and you got the little claw. And it's super powerful. Joe is trying it around the house. And of course you've seen the lawnmower. Bentley was using that this weekend to try it out, and he thought it was the coolest thing ever. But yeah, and they got the power pack in there, the rapid charger that charges 6 batteries. But we're gonna go take my little watering truck. Looks like they're gonna have to disconnect the trailer soon to go dump that. But we're gonna disconnect the, oh my lord. We're gonna take the water truck and we're gonna go finish watering. First I'm gonna grab whatever that is over there. entrance? I got it! I'm gonna cry if I go home and do nothing. And I'm only helping for like 10 minutes, so. What do you think, Christian? Joe said he thinks the grass can wait a few days because 4th of July is Friday, so we can't come mow it on Friday, like next Friday. So Joe said don't mow it tomorrow and just finish all the trimming, and then we'll mow it next week. You think that makes sense?
I'm fine with whatever.
No, I'm asking you because now you're Harvey. Now your lead, what do you want to be called?
Foreman?
Or yeah. I was thinking like crew lead or something. I was asking Christian, do you think we should skip mowing tomorrow, do it, you know, beginning of next week since it's a holiday on Friday? And you here, oh my gosh, I have a shovel. Christian.
I would say that anyway, just because it's been so dry and it's not very tall. I'd rather it rain this weekend.
Yeah.
And
But no, I was just asking Christian, here, I'm ready for you. I said, and then tomorrow, you know, we can use the whole day and we can make sure all this trimming gets done. He's like, I'm good with whatever. I said, no, you're like Harvey right now. You're the team lead. You're the foreman.
Well, I can't give you a professional opinion, but I can say that I like doing this stuff, so doing it tomorrow would be fun.
Okay.
I'd rather start it and get that done, even if that meant everything was just prepped and edged.
Yeah.
And then we mowed and mulched next week.
Okay. We might be able to mulch at least the big main entrances, all the other stuff's little, if we have the 2 extra sets of hands tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got
The
to
other thing is
write
that,
them.
I was just thinking that the 2 extra sets of hand does this type of stuff. So we could almost say, here, take this truck with these trimmers.
Right, and like you guys do this section, I'll do this. And
this little
then
row.
you don't even have to worry about, oh, we do it this way or that. Like, hey, you do this you do
section,
it however you do it.
Yep.
Really good friends of ours.
Yep.
Who are offering to help in.
I don't know if I'm going to give up my electric stuff for them.
Yeah, you like it that much?
No, there are 2 handhelds actually.
Oh, I saw that. I was like, here's a handheld, like, what do you call it? Pruner? Trimmer?
Hedge trimmer.
Hedge trimmer. And I was like, wait, I think there's 2 of them.
This is what well, one's bigger.
Right.
One's longer. I'll show you down a little bigger. But let me show you what I really liked.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me take this off so I can make sure I'm getting
So this is just like normal, right?
Yeah.
But say you're doing the side like this, instead of having this hand like this, you could have that like that. It's like
you haven't even let Christian, he didn't even know that? Dude,
I didn't
you gotta
stop
let him
when I started
try.
flinging these things around. I was just making a mess for him and he was cleaning it up.
I'm more of a rake and bucket type of
Yeah? How are you gonna get team lead and do your 50 years with us, Christian?
He
Harvey's
can watch.
team lead. You can have it.
He can watch and see how it's done, and he can tell other people how to do it. He just doesn't want to do
Do
it.
you hear how sweet Christian is? Harvey's team lead. He'll be back in no time. It's all right.
Yeah, but eventually we're gonna need both of you. To
Right.
Yeah,
We're gonna need 2 crews, Christian.
But yeah.
But yeah, let me
I
get
really
like
that.
a.
And so I trimmed that whole row, the bottoms of these trees, bunch of stuff in that bed, and I'm at 3 bars.
Neato.
And same with, so everything that I
Wait,
did.
can you flip that handle? I know you did, but just like up close.
And everything I did with this one, all the tops and
And it's still fully charged.
still fully charged. And then this pruner, I snipped a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I can't
off.
move very fast.
Well, there's a bunch of, those trees were hanging out over the sidewalk, but there's a bunch over here that are hanging out over the road.
And
I
you
know
could
even
just
in the
go up
winter.
and go boop,
Yeah.
clip.
I even had a lady drive by and she goes, now that is genius. Yeah, that's still full, so I only used a little bit on that.
Well, that's cool.
And then this trimmer, I trimmed everything here, edged everything here, trimmed over, knocked out, you know, all the stuff out of the beds. Even after I ran the edger around all the beds, I flip edged it. And that's at 2.5 bars.
Nice.
Which I started with 3.
Yeah.
It was still at 3 from when we used it the other day.
Look at this fleet. You just gotta come up with a bunch of money so that you never have to give it back to Turf Depot.
I know, I can't even imagine what this would cost. But maybe there's a demo, maybe they...
And I think Milwaukee, when we talked at Turf Depot open house,
Yeah.
I believe there's like, if you buy multiple, you get a discount.
Gotcha. And maybe they'd do the same thing, other than they probably need this round of demo stuff for this year, but...
Oh, like sell off the demo?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can you flip that handle
that's
up
gonna be the hard
real
part.
quick?
That's going to be the hard part, is because we've had the week we've had, I'm really only getting to try this stuff
for much less
like 2
time
days.
than what we thought. Yeah.
And then I really wanted to get a round of, I was going to send somebody with the electric one here
Yeah.
to see through how many sections a battery got through.
Yeah.
So I would know if we did purchase one, okay, I need 4
Right.
batteries.
I hear you.
Or, you know.
We're making the best of a bad situation. Yep. But we're still here, and we're thankful for Christian.
Well, they both do it. So
He didn't, like, get scared and run away when everybody was dropping like flies.
Yeah, I quit.
Well, you did fire me this morning.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
So just press the
So
button.
you have that down for safety. Oh, this is no battery. That down, pull the trigger, done. And then this right here is how you rotate the head.
Very cool.
It goes 90, 45, 180, I guess you'd call that. 45,
and
90.
then back around.
Yep.
Look at all the toys you have. You're gonna be so sad.
I know.
But then the next thing that we're working out the details to demo,
yep.
You're gonna be so sad when you have to give that back.
I'm so
you
sad.
You just gotta make more money.
Yeah, I'm so
you
sad
can
I have
buy
to give
it all.
back the windstorm.
I'll pick that up.
Before we know it, we'll be in here.
No,
needing the
don't
windstorm.
touch it. I got it.
So, you being the final picky boss, how do these
that
look?
looks fabulous. Throw some mulch on it.
Awesome.
Good work, boys. Okay, I had said I thought it extended like 8 feet, and Joe said maybe up to like 12.
Something like
so
that.
I will look that up for the pruner.
And yeah, the only thing I was gonna grab I wanted to run the Duramax because it has the AC plug.
Oh,
so I plug in the charger. But I've been keeping an eye. I have a few batteries ready to go, and I can just plug it in at the clubhouse.
Oh yeah.
But normally, because we needed the dump truck.
Right.
And normally I would just have the dump truck and my truck, but it was just 2 of us.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just charge them at the clubhouse.
I got
But in a normal circumstance,
it would be
really cool
charging right in your truck.
If you're going to use these for, commercial, it'd be really cool if like you had, pretty sure like the Fords have a plug in the bed, and these GMs have a plug in off. So it's cool to have something like that.
I can barely hear you working.
Right. You already went to the hospital?
No. I said I was going to go to the hospital to check on Harvey. And then I got on my phone doing office work and sent estimates and called to verify for materials tomorrow. And
wait, so you never left here?
No, I sat in that visitor spot working the whole time. And I was like, well, they're already probably starting back work. So I'm just going to go get some footage. I don't want to leave.
Yeah, I'm just kissing this one a little bit, and I lightened up that big heavy side.
Yeah.
Because the LED in this corner unit said that there's birds or bird nests or something, so I'm just kissing over the outside, and I just like snipped a bunch of the dead heavy ones on that side. But really, if I just kiss over that top, this one looks pretty good anyway.
Yeah.
Well, finish going around, but just get that new growth off the top.
So you want to see if Turf Depot will let you borrow these for another week?
Yeah.
Because I sent the estimate to do the entire association.
Yeah.
And within like 2 minutes they accepted it.
Oh. Okay. That's funny because she goes, oh, you definitely can do the ones out front. And I said, I think they're working on that.
That's funny. I got it. I used to get those emails, estimate accepted, and I was like, heck yeah. And
now you're like, wow.
And now I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, this stuff isn't bad though, and Christian likes doing it, so.
Well, I'm glad you like it, Christian, because we just got approved to go through this entire property, like the front of all their houses.
But it is one of those. Huh?
For tomorrow? Or?
Oh my God, no! Please.
No, tomorrow we'll finish doing.
We'll
what
schedule it for
started.
like after the holiday.
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll finish what we started.
We'll make sure everything's mowed good. Any projects that are on the books are done, and then we'll get this done.
Yeah, I might have to just see if they'll rent me this stuff. I'm not gonna want to go back to the gas.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. You love it so much, huh?
These 3 at least. And
Yeah.
I would like a pair of the handheld boppers.
Yeah.
And even this is a perfect job that like, yeah, that 90-10 blowing everything off. But if we were done trimming, just grabbed a little,
Yeah.
you know.
Look at this, Christian. We're down people, and he wants to spend a bunch of money to buy more equipment.
No, it makes us, if we can do it
more
like
efficiently, and it's easier
this
for
is
you.
taking the taking like work out of it for me. Normally,
Yeah.
set something down, start it. Set something down, start it. Now it's literally, oh, which one do I need? Grab it.
And go.
Yeah.
Grab and
Trip
go.
over that one.
Right. You put out mini cones for you. I am wondering if there's something that you can cut with that pruner, because I really want to show everybody how cool it is.
I can do this one, you mean?
How about some of those like dead branches that are just...
I mean, I can. I'm trying not to do too much with the trees because low-laying, hot-laying stuff is, yes, us, but they have a tree company that trims the trees, so like...
No, they don't. They tell us...
Well, they're supposed to.
Yeah, they try
And
to
then
give it to us.
They want to give it to us, so I don't want to do it for nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
yeah,
know.
I do the ones that are in our way and stuff, but...
Well, I think those 2 are in your way right there.
What one?
I don't know, like these 2 long dead ones just laying there with nothing on them. Like right...
This?
Yeah. It's the coolest. I think I like it just because it sounds like a robot.
But, I mean, I'm not gonna... I could do this whole...
Oh, I know. You didn't knock that branch down? Oh, jeez. Takes me out.
I mean...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There's a lot... The tree isn't really that helpful.
No. Not if you can do that.
In fact, actually, that reminds me. Yeah, that's not good.
No, I don't...
There are 2 trees at the entrance that I was gonna tag and have you show Lisa.
Maybe this one.
Yeah, I know. I bet they'd hate to lose that though.
I know.
Because, yeah, I don't know. Maybe have a tree specialist come look at it. Maybe they can kind of save it, bring it back.
Yeah, I don't know.
But no, there's
We're
2
not
trees at the
tree
entrance
people.
that are like, if they come down, so that it's like a triple trunk.
Yeah.
One of them already came down,
Yeah.
and they had to fix the girl's shed
Oh.
because it's not one of these houses.
Yeah.
So I was like looking at the other 2. I'm like, it'd probably be cheaper for them to take those 2, the rest down
Then
now,
have to repair.
than have to still clean up the tree and repair the shed. I love when the cats watch me.
Yeah, look.
Just giving this one a little haircut. But I can tell, like when we trimmed it for our first time,
Yeah.
it was horrible. Being that we trimmed these last spring, they're way better to trim, better off to trim than what we had to deal with when we took it over.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So glad you love this work, Christian, because we have like an entire week of just doing this.
Really?
Yes.
What, next week?
No, it'll probably, in a couple, 2-3 weeks, probably.
Here you go.
Look at him, he's like all excited.
And Harvey probably knew because I think this is his least favorite thing to do.
thought Joe was going to get those few. You have a few over here up top. I was waiting for you to grab them and then you kept going. I was like, I don't think you saw those.
Like I said, I'm just trying to go easy on this one.
Oh no, I know. Just look, do you see them? Just that little clump.
Right here?
Yeah. Good work.
Yeah.
And is that like just as easy to haul around, or is it lighter
I would say
than the gas, or
that right there is probably the same.
about the same?
Weight, because the end is what the end is.
Right.
These feel lighter,
Yeah.
but that's still, I mean, you have all that weight out at the end, so regardless, you're like, but I found that I was just switching side to side easy enough when I had to do a lot of the top. But that's really all I use it for, is the top, so.
Yeah. But you missed.
I was looking over here.
I heard it go off, then I didn't see anything fall.
I was looking at an entirely different branch to see if I was going to cut it.
You love that thing.
Oh yeah. I can make a big mess. Christian comes along, cleans up my mess. I don't want to take too much. I want to leave, you know, as much shade and cover as possible, but I'm just trying to lighten these branches up.
Well,
so
right,
they don't
and when
break.
you mow, you have to like try to sneak under it all.
Well, I can dip under it, but the trouble is with all this weight out at the end, they're just going to break off. So
Yeah.
if I don't do this, then they're really going to lose their shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're going to lose the whole branch. But if I can lighten some of it up.
It doesn't want to leave you. Uh-oh. I didn't like that one. Just this one little piece is like freaking 10 pounds. It feels so heavy. I don't know if I'm just weak and broken or if it's really, really heavy. Can I grab this one before you knock me out? I might not be doing a lot, but every single one is one less that you guys have to do. I would do that. I think that's great, darling. So
What?
the weather gods are working in your favor. It's starting to rain, so maybe you can take a break.
We're really where I kind of wanted to be anyway. I
Yeah.
figured if we got to here, and like that row's a straight run, and then there's another one like it up the road.
Yeah.
Couple
And we
of
have
little
some more
spots, so-
people coming tomorrow. Ooh,
Yeah, and I
your
didn't-
arm's cut.
What?
Other arm, just a little bit.
Oh, and I didn't even think I can split like a couple of teams or whatever, or 2 of us trimming, because there's 2 trimmers.
Oh, right.
And there's the one extended one, but I have the gas extended
So
one.
tomorrow should be...
So we should be pretty good.
All right. We'll finish up here. Christian's starting to feel a little worn out. Not 100%.
I think I'm...
So get some rest. Let him go home.
I think I'm just going to blow this off.
Okay.
And I might just blow it over to where we're going to start tomorrow. But wisp all this stuff out.
Yeah. Well, I am going to go home because I think I need some more extra strength Tylenol. And I don't
Just try
have
one of
it
those
with me.
patches. Did you end up
I
getting them?
did.
Oh.
I'll end the video at home asking if anyone's used them.
Why, I didn't do anything?
Well, no, you know how I hate using like new stuff. So I'm just kind of
Oh,
curious.
you got them, you didn't try it.
Right. That looks like a popo. Doesn't it?
It might be.
I think
Oh,
it might be.
Or fire. I don't know.
But, all right, well, great job. Do you need any help before I head home? The rain does feel kind of nice. It's
Feels
like
nice.
refreshing because
I
it's
just want
not
to get
too
these
much.
tools out of it too, though.
Yeah.
They're probably designed.
Well, here, I can help pick those up and then head home.
Well, I am.
Got all your batteries, Joe?
Yep. Get them all charged up for tomorrow.
Nice. If I sit down, I'm going to throw this on my lap. And I'm curious, has anyone ever seen or used these? Joe found them for me last night. And we're wondering if they, 1, worked well, and 2, it says temporary relief of minor aches and pains. It doesn't say broken arm, but arm is fractured in 2 spots on my elbow. Joe was thinking if I put a patch on when it got like throbby, maybe it would help. But I kind of wanted your opinion first, if it was a good idea or not, or if anyone's ever done it. So let me know in the comments. Salon pass? I don't know how you say it, but have you used? All right, YouTube, we're going to call this a day, a wrap for YouTube. I really didn't think I was going to make a video for like weeks after everything happened with Harvey. And Harvey was in his accident Monday night. We worked, Joe, Christian, and I, all day Tuesday, trying to balance checking in on Harvey, going to see him every day, and not getting too far behind on work. And got home exhausted, went to take the dogs out, and the steps and the dog and me, it was all a bad combination. And here I am now in a sling for 2 weeks until my next checkup. I don't even remember if I have updated everyone on the specifics, and I apologize. Like, I say we're pretty private people. I mean, we do share our landscape life on YouTube, but beyond that, we just come home, we work, we pretty private. Wouldn't you say, Joe?
What?
But that, like, we're pretty private people. Not private in like a weird sense, just like we work, come home. We don't do much other than that.
Work, come home, go back to work like I'm doing it now, like I do most nights.
Right, so I kind of am in this weird spot of like, what do I share, what do I not share? Because I said, we're more or less private people. However, we share our whole landscape lives on YouTube every day. So I feel like that's kind of contradicting. But I mean, if you understand what I'm trying to say. But no, I don't know if I've actually I haven't told you guys in the other video. I told you Harvey was in an accident. It was a motorcycle accident. He was by himself. No other vehicle involved. Everyone's asking, no, he did not have a helmet on. No, we are not mad at him. We have never wore helmets. And, but now we just might. It's been the eye-opener. You hear all the stories, but we just look at it as we feel free and fine.
The hard part is, I ride a motorcycle. Hold on.
Oh, now it's starting to rain a lot. Joe said, hold on. Anyways, I'll just real quick. So it's just Harvey. Life 360 says he was not speeding. So we have come to 3 conclusions or 3 assumptions. I don't know if we'll ever know. Harvey currently does not remember anything. He was either overheated and, passed out, heat stroke, whatever you call it, and just literally fell off the bike because he was just laying in the middle of the road and his bike was like 75 feet up ahead of him, more or less unharmed. And then our other assumption is maybe he was being a kid. We're not naive. Maybe he was messing around or doing a wheelie or doing something and lost control. No idea. Or the other option that we can think of is like he swerved an animal. We live in rural New Hampshire. I mean, there's always something in the road. Maybe something, a freaking turtle, a deer, I don't know, a dog, who knows. But he did hit the back of his head when he initially fell, and it caused a fracture in his skull, and it had caused a brain bleed. The brain bleed appears to be correcting itself and, slowing down and doing the healing that it needs. And the skull fracture will just need time to heal. So the biggest part of his recovery is that the brain is like this big mysterious thing, and they don't have answers when it comes to traumatic brain injuries. So Harvey has been responsive the whole time, that we are very thankful for, or stable, I should say, the whole time, that we are very thankful for. They were assuming he was going to have to be on a respirator and, typical things for brain injuries, and he never had to be on a respirator. His heart has always stayed, like heart and pulse and whatever, that has all remained stable in good numbers. And he does have a lot of bruising. He fell and slid for a while. So he does have a lot of deep bruising and, quite a bit of road rash on his arms and his face. So, as all that heals, it's going to feel really tight and just, it's not a great feeling. Besides that, they don't see any other fractures. So in that sense, they're saying he's like so lucky. He's like unresponsive. I don't mean like, he's on life support or anything. He is just sleeping a lot. And when he wakes up, they do try to get him to walk once a day, and he will get up and he'll do it. He'll do 1 lap a day. He has for the last couple days. But when he gets back to his bed, like that's about all he can handle for the day. And he's ready for some more meds and to sleep it off and let that brain rest. Yesterday was the first day I actually saw him awake. When I have visited him, I've just been sitting with him and, either talking softly or just sitting there watching him like a freak, he would say, probably, if he was awake. And just being there to be with him. But really, he gets up, he'll talk for a little bit, short sentences. It's not like he's wide awake and having a full-on conversation about what we're going to be doing tomorrow. But every day is a little bit better, and we're just super thankful. They don't, at this time, they don't think there will be any long-term effects. They just have no idea how long it'll take for him to be, back to his old self. And they just have no idea or way to gauge, if he'll have memory loss, if he'll have chronic headaches forever. It's just a waiting game. They did say, maybe he'd be up and feeling like his old self in a month. He might be out of work until winter. So right now, we just keep the prayers going, please, all you prayer warriors. It's certainly helping for how lucky he is right now. And we are very hopeful that he's just gonna be back to his old self in no time at all, being unfiltered and saying all the things that I tell him he probably should not say on YouTube. And I never thought I would be so looking forward to those moments. But all right, I'm here yabbing. I definitely need to go take some Tylenol. I started this and I hadn't taken Tylenol yet, and my arms just a little bit throbby. It's not super painful ever. It's the fractures in my elbow, and it's only when my arm is rotating, not like if I lift it up or down or anything, but if my wrist or arm or anything rotates, the fracture is getting rubbed on and it kills me. It hurts so bad. So I just try to put no weight on it, and I try to hold it still so it's not like twisting or moving. I did just help the guys, so that made me feel better because I do not like sitting still. But now it's time for some rest. And actually, we have an estimate to go look at. So let's pray Harvey gets better sooner than later. I do have a thing on Facebook saying that we're immediately hiring. You're the first people I'm really telling that anything happened to me, because I wanted all the prayers to be on Harvey, and mine is so minor compared to what Harvey's going through. So do not worry about me. I'm fine. Big girl, stubborn as hell. And Harvey just needs all the prayers, please. Keep them coming. Do not stop. And I will try to keep you guys updated. We really appreciate how much you love and care about Harvey. Where I can only half kind of work, or like a quarter work, depending on what we're doing. Maybe you'll get the best footage ever, because this is about the only thing I can do except for picking up sticks. So hang with us. Thanks for being here. Working on content for you. Family comes first, so no promises how often or anything like that. And we'll see you later, YouTube. Be safe, wear a helmet. That's going to be my new motto. And have a good night. We'll see you later.